Okay, you know how I get the sound to sync up? Just go like this. Yo, welcome to episode 3 of the Midwest Midcard.
Midwest Midcard.
My name is Carlos, and I got my co-host with me.
Brennan here. Let's go.
And today we're gonna try to do some wrestling talk, of course, like every week. But we are also have a tier list that we're gonna be working on today. So we're gonna do the best names for wrestling moves. And then we'll kind of get into that later. So we got a couple things planned for today. As always, thank you for listening, of course, for watching, whatever. If you have any thoughts about this, leave us a comment or send us a tweet at Midwest Midcard everywhere. Talking YouTube,
Everywhere.
YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. What else? Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music.
Do we have Facebook?
No.
No Facebook?
Facebook is...
We share it on Facebook. It's just like,
Well, Instagram and Facebook are like connected.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
It's... and I'm like... listen, managing all this social media already is tough. The TikToks are hitting though. So if you see our
Follow
TikTok...
us on TikTok.
Yeah, make sure you share those.
We post lots of gold on there.
So anything crazy happened in your life this week?
Not really, bro. You
No.
know, just same shit, different day, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Literally. Work, all week long.
Yeah.
Wait for the weekend.
We're here to pay bills and die.
Pay bills and die.
Yeah.
Thanks, capitalism.
So as far as sorry,
what about
take
you?
a drink. Nothing. Just pretty normal stuff. I really don't think that anything happened. Just a normal week. Yeah, just getting ready for all the craziness that's coming. We got probably 40. I think like 40 days to WrestleMania at this point.
Is that how long it is? Let's see. It's the 20 what?
Today's the 20. We're recording on Thursday. Today's the 23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
WrestleMania is the 1st and 2nd, so 30-something days, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WrestleMania season. You smell it in the air.
I do smell it. Yeah, I smell what the Rock is cooking.
Let's go, even though you let us down.
Yeah, he's still gonna be at
rep you, bro.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, as far I need to work on my uhs and my ums. I do that a lot.
Uhs and ums.
Yeah, just cutting them out of my vocabulary instead of saying that.
No,
But
last time it was like I think a lot.
I do say that. I've worked. I got over that. I think.
Oh.
I just said it again. So let's just get into some wrestling talk, man. Outside the ring, I wanted to share with you.
Let's go.
So are you familiar with the Super Mario
Let's
Bros.
go.
Movie? Super Mario Bros.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah. So
It looks cool, man.
Yeah, Stone Cold
Yeah.
Steve Austin's gonna be part of it. Do you know that?
What?
Yeah, he's gonna be playing Toad, and I got a
No way.
clip of his audition, man, for you to watch. And actually, before I start, yeah,
Yo, bro.
I got a clip
That's
of his
wonderful.
audition, man.
That's sick, bro. Toad would get a badass
Yeah.
partner, like character like that, you know?
Yeah, listen.
Hey Mario, that big old 500-pound some bitch Bowser just took the damn princess and used all the star power to put everybody in paintings. Now I need you to take your ass inside those paintings and recover the stars with a little bit of jumping, what? A little bit of punching, what?
Oh my
and a little
God.
bit of ass whooping, what? To save Princess Peach. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Toad said so.
Stone Toad said so.
It's pretty exciting, right?
I never want to watch that again.
Hey, listen, man. I lied, of course.
That's great.
Stone Cold Steve
You
Austin
had-
is talking
You
about
had me going there.
You're like, what?
I did. Bro, I did believe you, actually.
No way,
You're
dude.
very convincing in your arguments.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I was like,
It's the accent, bro. That's what gets me.
whatever, dude.
But no, so...
What happened? Okay,
now
so
it just threw me off of everything I was going to say. I was like, they just opened, like, Mario World, like,
yeah,
in real life.
yeah.
We're not talking about Mario here, but they did.
Oh, we can talk about Mario for a little bit. Oh, by the way, for the people, for the non-audio listeners, people on the video, we got some new decorations. I hope that you guys are enjoying this. And if you're not watching on video, you're missing out. Just watch the video because we sometimes got some clips, and you might just want to see what we look like if you don't know what we look
are
like.
pretty, actually.
No, I'm saying no for audio listeners. I'm shaking my head right now.
I'm pretty.
Like as hard as possible.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Last week, there was some Friday night SmackDown stuff that we're not really gonna touch on at this point. It's hard to find a sweet spot to record the episode and release it where you're always like up to date with like
everything,
anything.
Yeah.
So we're always gonna be missing out on SmackDown, but it's fine. So we got some Elimination Chamber results just real quick. Not trying to go in depth into it. I'm sure a lot of people already did, and at this point, you're not even gonna remember what happened. Asuka, she won the chamber. She'll face Bianca. That was a pretty good chamber.
I like it. Yeah,
definitely a good opener. Was surprised they opened the show.
Yeah, honestly, I mean they had to start somewhere. I mean, honestly, I figured they'd start with like Edge and Beth Phoenix versus the Judgment Day, but start out with the bangers, which is kind of cool. So.
Yeah, good chamber, paced well. Asuka dominating, of course.
She also was the last to enter.
Was she?
She was.
Okay.
So she had the most stamina. But Asuka, we all knew you were gonna win.
Yeah, we kind of saw it coming.
You're a badass.
But a predictable result is not always a bad result. Sometimes it's just predictable.
Exactly.
So Edge, like you mentioned, Edge and Beth Phoenix beat the Judgment Day. I was surprised about that one.
I was happy about that.
I'm glad that they won. But yeah, that's definitely not the result that I expected.
Edge chased Dom out of the stadium. I think is that what happened? Or did Beth Phoenix chase Dom out of the stadium? Because you're a pussy.
Yeah,
Dom.
no, he. Jesus.
Yeah, you gotta have to edit that one.
Yeah, I might have to.
You'll have to blur that one.
I might have to beep that one out. Yeah. So Dominic, I think he was running out of the arena. He definitely was. And then he came back a little bit later to pull some Judgment Day shenanigans. Bobby Lashley won the match versus Brock because Brock kicked him in the balls.
Yeah.
The classic heel move.
I'm a little confused on what they got going on there with Brock and Bobby.
I just don't know what the end game.
Because also Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, he's challenged. He was challenging whoever won.
Yeah.
That happened on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out on SmackDown. And
see, because like Brock is like, he's this like face right now, but every time he loses, he like just destroys everything in his path.
Yeah,
so,
he
like,
throws a fit.
What are they like? I don't just know what they're like building with this right now. Honestly, like
I don't know. Definitely, it's been a weird path to get to Mania. I'll say that the build to Mania, there's a lot of good, but there's a lot of like, what are we doing here? Yeah. And I think the slow burn stuff that's been happening recently with like the way that Triple H does things, everything's just paced a lot more differently. Like he doesn't really hotshot things.
Yeah.
He doesn't really like give up on like angles until it's like essentially just finished. And then there's I guess the Baron Corbin thing is like the only thing that I can recall from recently that is like that was just dropped completely.
Thank God.
But
Get
Bobby
him out of there. Send him to NXT.
So Bobby won via disqualification. We'll see what happens with that a little bit later with the Raw talk. So I guess he'll be facing Bray, or Bray is gonna challenge him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then we got
I don't know if they've ever faced off before. I think it'd be a good match. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't think so. Austin Theory, he retained the U.S. title inside the chamber.
Let's go.
Then of course, during the match, great chamber, absolutely fantastic chamber. Everyone and
but they put on a show for us.
Yeah,
they really did, man.
Taylor was my wife. Taylor, she's not a huge fan of Johnny Gargano, but she was like I like Johnny Gargano now. I think everyone did their job. Bronson Reed went in there and he took like 3 finishers to like even like get him down.
Get him out, yeah. Man.
He took like 3 super kicks of I think like a frog splash.
Montez Ford climbing up on the cage and like just dropping on it, bro. What a spot, man.
It was.
I loved that.
He did some crazy
stuff.
And
let's see, another good spot. Gargano
Yeah.
when they were on top of the pod.
Yeah.
And
The
Seth
Hurricane
was
Runner?
like, I was like, oh shit, like Seth's about to just toss this
Yeah.
dude into these people, Hurricane running him
Yeah.
on top of the. Oh man,
It was crazy.
that was amazing.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, there were a lot of really good moves to like really recap. During the finish, Logan Paul came and he like snuck in through the door while it was open.
With that buckshot lariat that
Oh,
he
he
likes to
hit
do.
a
That's his
buckshot.
signature. That's for sure.
So it looks like Rollins and Logan Paul are definitely they're doing the Mania match. It looks like it's gonna be like the most athletic match in history.
Oh man, they're
They're gonna have a 6-star match, man.
it only goes to 5. They're gonna do 6.
And then finally, again, expected result. Roman Reigns beat Sami. I wanted to touch on this a little bit. So, what did you think of like? Or at any point during the match, do you think like Sami's gonna win? Was there any part of you that you know?
Okay, so when Jay came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, this might be the turning point right here. Like something may go down,
Yeah.
and then it just didn't. That's basically the only time that I actually thought that Roman was gonna lose.
Okay. I had there was a time he hit the Blue Thunder Bomb. Always throws me off. He'll hit the Blue Thunder Bomb. He's never won a match with it, but every time I see it, I'm like, I don't know.
Here it goes.
I just like it.
He's gonna win.
It's hard. There's been matches where I know who's gonna win, but during the match I changed my mind. Like the one that I can remember was Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan, Survivor Series. It was just title versus. It wasn't title versus title. It was just champion versus champion. I was then when they did the Raw versus SmackDown stuff, and Danielson or Bryan Daniel, Bryan Daniel. That sounds weird now. Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan hit him in the balls. Well, the ref was down, so they did a ref bump. Hit him in the balls, and then he hit the knee.
Yeah.
And I thought he was gonna win. I was like, and there was no reason for him not to win because it was no title involved. It was just a win essentially. But of course Brock won. But
back then couldn't put Brock over for nothing, man.
but I believed it. I believed it. So Roman beat Sami, of course. They did a little thing after the match. People on the internet, I should say, not the crowds, the people on the internet, people like you and me, are very divided about this whole, like, the ending, the decision not to give him the title, and all these things. Now, realistically, why would you give Sami the title a month before WrestleMania?
Yeah, it doesn't sit right with anybody. I mean, Montreal was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
People were pissed. People root for Sami.
It was like,
but
you could hear a pin drop, man.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Roman was talking shit to
his wife.
Yeah. Man.
Honestly, whenever
good involvement. Honestly,
whenever KO came out, he normally gets like a huge pop whenever he does because his song has that. It meets that 3-second rule where like you know right away who it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But nothing. It was so quiet, and it's not his fault. It was just like a very like. It was a very bleak moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was like a.
So yeah, people are divided on that, but we'll see what happens. It's not over between Sami and the Bloodline and KO. There's gonna be more to come, and I think that their involvement with
WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's something. I think that the prediction was a tag team match with the Usos, KO. The Usos versus KO and Sami. I don't really even know how you get there at this point. And we'll get into the Raw stuff. So Sami, he was trying to work on Kevin Owens, and he was like, I can't fight the Bloodline by myself, and you can't fight the Bloodline by yourself. So like, we need to work together. And KO is the only person that remembers things, and he was like, "No, like, first of all,
he said, ask your boy Jay."
Yeah, he said, you can go as Jay. And realistically, KO and the rest of the Raw and SmackDown rosters have been suffering through the Bloodline this whole time. So like, why should they why should he help him? There's no reason to. So
No.
Sami has to earn a lot of Kevin Owens' trust back, and until that happens, then I mean,
Sami's on his own.
for the most
Now,
part,
like,
yeah.
what do you do with Sami from here on out?
He just needs to build a lot of goodwill with everyone in the roster, everyone that, because again, yeah, I mean, I guess people are forgetful, and in general in wrestling, if you wanna put it that way, but yeah, that why should you align yourself with Sami? No, there's no reason to.
You love Sami, but it's just you have no reason to have any involvement with him, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, because he just benefited off of being in the bloodline
exactly
for
the
months
whole
and months.
time. That's the only reason he had any kind of push or anything.
Yeah, so why should anybody, especially Kevin Owens, why should he affiliate himself with Sami? So
Just their history.
Essentially, it's just
Yeah.
like we're destined to do this forever.
Yeah.
But that's it. But how much weight does that have on the grand scheme of things? Should Kevin Owens go back with Sami? Maybe. Will it happen? Who knows? I
Let
guess
us
we'll
know
see.
in the comments, actually.
Yeah, tell us what you think. Tweet at us, leave a comment, whatever. After the match, your boy, Bowmaster Corbin, he came out. He
Fuck you,
attacked
Corbin.
Sami. They had a match, and guess who lost?
Bum ass Corbin.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a bum, Corbin. You were better when you had long hair and it was receding and you were the United States champion.
Big L, man.
You're a huge L.
What are we doing?
You're you're the Ronda of the wrestling world. Actually, you know what? Yeah, bum ass Corbin.
Jesus. All right. Let's see. We got Becky and Lita. Looks like they're working on some sort of tag team thing. Lita's back. Weird that they were in Canada and no Trish.
Yeah, that was
Trish is Canadian, so like.
I don't know what was going on there. Lita and Trish have history, so, but I mean,
and listen,
she could have been there.
Damage Control. There's 3 people, and it's just Becky and Lita. So it would make sense to bring a third person in. I just don't know why. And to me, it seems like a no-brainer to bring Trish in. And apparently, she was in the building.
She was?
That's what I'm hearing.
Wow.
I mean, that's what the streets are saying, man.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
You heard me?
I don't know what happened. Omos was backstage with MVP, and they challenged Brock to a match.
Backstage?
Yeah. They did a backstage segment. It was Omos and MVP, and they
What the
challenged
hell?
Brock to a match. So I guess we'll see what happens with
Is
that.
that going to be a WrestleMania match coming up?
I hope not.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you think
What
you're
the-
special? They're gonna do that promo with them, man. They're gonna do the Limp Bizkit My Way promo with.
Oh, my God. This guy.
And then the good stuff, the meat and potatoes of the show. Paul Heyman. This was the build. So to me, this was the weakest of their stories so far. Heyman came out in he was selling the neck with the neck brace. He had the stubble. It looked like he couldn't shave. So yeah. So I mean, good on Heyman. Heyman's a pro. So
You got to love Heyman, man.
yeah, Heyman's a pro. So he trashed Cody, and then he said that Roman Reigns would never do anything with your wife, but me on the other hand, I'm different, man.
Jesus.
So I no disrespect to Brandy Rhodes. I just hope she doesn't get involved in any way. Cody didn't really have much to say. He was
just kind of just shut it down.
Yeah, he just said, "You never better not send Heyman again." He said he was gonna finish the story, and then as far as them coming face to face, so they haven't announced anything for SmackDown yet, or at least for this week. By the time this comes out, maybe they already faced off. They haven't faced off. So when do you think is a good time to have them face off?
Either, on the next episode of Raw or SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I mean,
We
we don't have much time, man. I mean, a couple weeks before Mania, it just doesn't seem like you give enough time for the story. It's just,
Well, so do you think there's do you think there's a world where they just go all the way to WrestleMania without like ever having like a physical confrontation?
Man. Okay, so if the first time they face off, if that would to be at WrestleMania, could you imagine the hype?
Yeah, that would be cool. I think they can get there, especially because
Because they got Heyman.
well, you got Heyman, you still got Solo, and you
Yeah.
got Jimmy, and
Yeah.
of course you got Sami still involved, Kevin Owens still involved, and Jey Uso still involved. So
Yeah.
you can get to Mania without them like actually.
That would be huge, man.
I think if they can get there without it feeling like a drag, they can come face to face, of course.
Yeah.
They can have war awards, but if we can avoid like them touching, I think it'll be big. I think you're right.
I don't know if that's. I mean, has that ever even happened? Like people just not even face each other till they see each other, or like see each other until they face each other.
The only thing that I can think of recently, which it's hard to build this.
Yeah.
So Bray had a WrestleMania build with Taker where Undertaker wasn't on the show like any week.
Okay.
Like they faced like WrestleMania was the first time that like they faced off. And to be fair, that match not great.
Garbage.
Yeah, no good. And then Cena versus Taker also. When he called him out a few years ago, I think
Okay.
WrestleMania 24
Only
or 34, sorry.
Only Taker can get away with that, I think, though. I mean,
Yeah.
But I do think that there's a good opportunity for it here with
Mhm.
Roman and Cody,
Mhm.
because that would be huge.
I think, yeah. I mean, I would love to see it. I think if anybody, yeah, if this is time to do it.
Triple H, we know you're watching this. Don't let them face off till Mania.
It's gotta be difficult.
It's the smartest move.
It's gonna be tough.
The crowd will just go crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a good way to get a pop, man.
Man,
um,
because people be tuning in to see that shit, man.
yeah, I mean I'm gonna watch Mania regardless. But yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, I would love to see that. That'd be a
hyped for
good way
that.
to build, and like the tension that builds, before you get there, and then like once you get there and like they're face to face, and like you can hear the rumbling in the crowd.
At Mania
Yeah.
for the first time, bro. Just
Yeah, and they're just going crazy.
like you can't see it, but I'm getting cold chills. That would be amazing.
So a couple other things from Raw. Bianca and Asuka had a face-off briefly. This is another interesting face-off. So Asuka's English is not like perfect. It's not bad. It's not great. And I think that she can cut promos in Japanese. I think is her main language.
Okay.
But of course, when she's cutting them in Japanese, you run the risk of like you don't know what she's saying if you don't speak Japanese. Can Bianca and Asuka carry this feud like realistic? Like, do you? It's just tough.
It is.
She's
She's a good choice. Asuka is a good choice to face off against Bianca. I mean, obviously, I don't think anybody else can really hold a candle to Asuka in wrestling right now, other than Bianca.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you got Rhea too, but I mean,
she's got her.
She's already got her thing going on, and so does Charlotte. But they're all kind of in that same league together.
Oh yeah, there's very few women that are at that level. I mean, to me, Becky, of course, but
she's
Becky,
the man.
Yeah, Becky.
But
Bianca.
she's doing her own thing too right now, so
Right.
she'll get her run again.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, yeah, Asuka's a good choice to face up against her. So it's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
because Asuka doesn't really talk on the mic.
No,
she just comes out there and she's like, ah.
For the audio listeners, he was sticking his tongue out.
I mean, that's what she just bleeds blue and all these different colors, man. And which I love her. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's I think on this one you should rely a lot on the physical stuff.
Yeah.
I think they need to. I think Asuka should probably. She plays mind games, of course. So some spooky stuff is coming.
She's like haunt her, just like put some shit in her locker.
She just I think that like making Bianca paranoid is gonna be the way to do it.
Absolutely.
Making Bianca kind of.
Because Bianca, like you said, she's on her John Cena shit right now, man. She's
ultra confident, man.
She's a beast, dude.
She's the woman to beat.
Yeah, man.
So
I didn't like her at first. I called her Biatcha. Like, but she botches a lot, so that's where I was going. Not like biatch. But no, I've grown to like her. I really have. She's a hell of a wrestler, man.
She's great.
She has a lot of talent.
And I think she's had the title since Mania last year.
Yeah, she has.
So it's about to close in on a year.
Who did
she beat? That's a good question. I think Sasha.
It was Sasha Banks. Yep.
Was it? No, maybe that was the year before.
No, because Sasha had the she had like the anime outfit on.
No, well, that was Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Sasha. Let's figure this out. We're live finding out.
Oh, bro, the Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn, man. Oh, what a match.
That was good stuff.
Okay, Ronda
Bianca. Oh, Becky Lynch.
Oh, she was the champion at the time.
Oh, okay, because Sasha must have been the year before. Okay. I promise you we know what we're talking about. Okay. And the last thing, not a super huge deal, but Austin Theory beat Edge, thanks to Finn Balor running in. So it looks like the Finn Balor Edge thing is
still going on. They're probably gonna do a singles match. Probably face off each other against at WrestleMania, honestly.
Probably.
Top it off. Finish the feud.
Finish the story.
Yeah. Finish him.
So then moving on to some no NXT talk. I didn't watch this week, if I'm being honest. But if there's somebody out there that loves NXT and wants me to talk about it or wants us to talk about it, I will make an effort.
Shoot us an IM.
Yeah, yes. We'll include some NXT stuff. But if there's something like crazy happening, like I'll talk about NXT.
We will know.
Yeah. We got some moving on to some AEW Dynamite stuff. We don't talk about Rampage because nobody watches Rampage on Friday night.
Nobody watches that shit.
Yeah. There were 3 main things on Dynamite that I want to touch on, and I think that it's kind of sometimes when I'm like going through these shows, I'm like, well, I only want to touch on the most important things.
MJF speaking.
Listen. With Raw is very easy.
That's basically it.
Well, I should say with Raw it's difficult to pick important things because sometimes minor stories feel bigger, because they give them like time and room to breathe, and then you forget that like as you're going through, you're like, oh, like damn, like I got like a tag team feud, I got this women's tag team feud, I got this like random like Otis becoming a model thing, so things like that.
Oh, I saw that he was completely distracted by that lady, whoever it was.
Maxine Dupree from Maximum Male Models.
His tag team partner was just getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, Gable.
So I don't know if they'll like beef because of that. He's like, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be my partner.
This would be a good way to get Gable too.
But if they could fight, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool. They could Gable hitting him with a German suplex would be pretty crazy.
Oh my god, what a fun.
So, all right. So into some Dynamite stuff.
Oops.
MJF and Bryan Danielson. So I want to remind you that Revolution, the pay-per-view, is on March 5th. That is next week. That's next week, yes.
Holy shit, it's coming up that fast?
Yes.
Bro, we got a busy March, bro.
Now listen, I
have so much shit to do in March.
MJF, Danielson. MJF came out. Let me just go through what happened and then we can just break this down because there's a lot of shit here. Danielson acknowledged that MJ hospitalized William Regal, which I think is cool. He didn't even mention Christopher Daniels at all.
No, he said, I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, I mean...
It's 2007 again.
Listen, we talked about it this last week. If Bryan Danielson doesn't care about Christopher Daniels, why should I? Christopher Daniels in the mud, man.
Poor guy, bro.
MJF gave us a new villain origin story.
Fucking Christopher Daniels.
Just randomly, MJF talked about his fiance breaking up with him. And I guess that's real.
Daniel Bryanson?
That MJF.
Did I say that right?
No.
It's a Daniel Bryanson.
So Daniel Bryanson. So MJF shitted on Daniel Bryanson's family. On Bryan Danielson's family.
It still fits, actually. It still works.
But yeah, and then of course, so what's MJF doing? MJF is a great promo, but we are constantly hearing about MJF and like something else that like makes him a terrible person.
I know, man. When he first got the title, it was wonderful. It's what everybody wanted. And he was killing it. He was on top of his game. And now that he's had it, it just kind of feels just like it's stretched. And, he's one of my favorite wrestlers, in wrestling right now. I do love me some MJF. I do. But every story just gets more dramatic and dramatic and dramatic. Like, all this shit cannot be happening to you.
This is, to me, what's taking me out of this so much is the fact that one day they start fighting. And then, when did this become so personal?
I know.
It just escalated to, like, a degree of, like...
He even talked about his kids.
Mortal enemies. And...
Dada.
Whenever, like, the MJF CM Punk story took, like, 6 months to, like...
Build up.
Yeah, and this, granted, this has probably taken, like, 3 months, maybe 2.
Maybe.
But,
because, before, who'd he face off against?
Well, it was when he beat Moxley for the title.
And then he faced up against Starks. Starks had...
So, yeah, he's probably had, like, 2 months to
maybe
build
about
this.
a month and a half build, yeah.
Which is, in the grand scheme of things, it's enough time to have a feud, but a blood feud?
Exactly.
To me, that's no.
No. Enough to get personal? No.
If you... The CM Punk MJF story took around 6 months, but, like, they had 3 matches, and each time it, like... got more and more and more personal.
Yeah.
And it didn't start like a blood feud. This is there to a point, to me, where MJF is like talking about his kids, talking about his wife, being like, I hate you so much, and I hate myself as well, and like,
you have everything that I have and everything that I want.
Yeah.
Like,
where's all this animosity coming from?
Seriously.
So, like, it's
just kind of just like, it's just like, a noggin scratcher, man. It's just like,
how easy...
This is so dramatic. Are we watching soap operas right now? Like,
how easy would it be for MJF to be like, come out and say just, Bryan Danielson.
He said it too, bro. Daniel Bryanson.
Bryan Danielson, you are the best in the world, but like I am better than you. Like I know that I'm better than you. I'm the champion. I'm gonna prove it to you that I am better than you. And then you can trash him. You can say all your like cheap.
Yeah, just go from there.
Yeah,
man.
do all your cheap insults, but like at the end of the day, just make it about like how much better than you are than him is. Because this animosity didn't exist. It can exist, but it feels like we just started this.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Like,
so
we weren't talking about this 2 weeks ago.
We probably touched on it. It was the car accident one. Where he pulled that girl onto the driver's seat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then the Daniels thing, Christopher Daniels thing.
Okay,
happened.
so yeah, it's been about a month and a half since all this shit's been going on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Tone it down a notch, MJF. Tone it down a notch, man.
I just don't...
You don't have to be this way. You don't have to hate everybody.
We're just not at that point yet. Like, again, it can get there, but so far you guys have had a couple interactions. Bryan had to, beat a few people to get to you, which we've seen before. You have to get through all these things. Same thing happened with Wardlow. It's happening with him now. And now you guys don't really have any unless I'm missing something, they don't have any history. Yeah. So like other than like Moxley, but like whenever Moxley and MJF were like feuding, Danielson wasn't really involved.
Yeah, it felt realer.
It just felt more more.
Yeah, exactly. It felt more personal between MJF and Moxley.
Yeah, and it was more about like Moxley's clearly like the AEW guy, and like MJF felt so like detached from AEW in general and Tony Khan and like all this, all the all the fire me and all that stuff, like all that. I think that the pacing of it wasn't great because they lost CM Punk. The Moxley story was always meant for CM Punk.
Yep. Yep.
And I think that.
Thanks, pal.
It was. Oh no. I'm so upset about CM Punk not being, being wrestling, but we're not gonna get into that today.
Another story for another time.
So anyway, hour-long Iron Man match.
It's gonna be fire.
What do you think? Who do you think wins?
I got MJF going.
You think so?
Yeah.
Retains?
Yeah.
What if I think that I think Danielson could win, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not putting it against him, but it just doesn't feel like the right time for MJF to lose yet.
It would just be a big dent to MJF's ego,
Yeah.
How will he recover from this if he loses the title?
He might just, as he in his words, take a handful of pills and just end it.
Jesus.
Can't believe he said that.
Hey man, if you are going through something, please seek some help.
Yeah, they have depression hotlines.
Yeah, so
that you probably should listen to.
So Ricky Starks and Chris Jericho. This is to me, I really like this segment actually. That everything before I wasn't sold on, but I did like this. This to me, less is more always. You have one guy that wants to face the other guy, and then they just don't like each other for whatever reason. They have a little bit of history, and now they're just having a match. Ricky Stark tricked Jericho into agreeing to sign the contract.
Yep.
Essentially, he was like, "I got an open contract."
No JAS.
Nope, no JAS for their match. So I this one I was excited. Cool moment. Chris Jericho with the pin.
Every time he clicks a pin, it's about to go down, man.
Yeah.
He's the only person that can click a pin and pop.
Yeah, it's you just made the list.
Yep.
And
because he used to have his own show like The Miz did, didn't he?
Yeah, the highlight reel.
Yeah.
With the Jerrytron 5000.
Pretty cool though. Yeah.
I can't believe Sean put his head through it. It was weird that he just threw himself to the screen. You don't remember what happened?
Oh, that's where he fucking fucked his eye out, bro.
Jericho threw him to the screen. But so yeah, I'm excited for that. I know it doesn't. I think it's not like a super hot match, but I'm excited too.
It feels natural. Jericho and Starks does. It feels natural, and I think that's the problem with the MJF and Danielson. It doesn't feel natural.
Yeah, and I was just not sold on it, but they sold me on it this week. And listen, this is not to take anything away from Danielson and MJF. I'm just not. The story is just not there. The match is going to be there, and the match is going to be great. But anyway, and then the one story that I think has been built the best out of all this that we haven't really talked about too much because it's just been kind of slow burn is Jon Moxley and Adam Hangman Page.
Let's go.
So we were there whenever Moxley knocked out Hangman with a clothesline.
Watched it. We were there live.
Yeah. It was pretty insane. We didn't know what was going on. You could hear a pin drop. It was
quiet.
It got
quiet, man.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is supposed to happen, and then it was not supposed to happen. And Moxley knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah, he did not get up.
He suffered a concussion, I think.
Yeah, he got a concussion from it.
Stiff ass clothesline.
He just hit him right. Some would say that.
And I know watching it, I know I was a few rows back, but I knew watching it that looked rough.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad. I mean, he was out on the way down.
Oh man.
I mean, instantly after he got hit, he was out. Mox had a match with Evil Uno. It was a decent match. A lot of blood, like any Moxley match.
Every single match.
He put him on a bulldog choke into the rear naked choke, and he tapped out.
Pretty cool way to go about it.
It was I love a good submission.
Yeah, man.
Especially when the other person can't continue. After the match, the Dark Order ran in to save Evil Uno, bunch of jobbers from the Dark Order.
Jobbers.
Dark Order and Page, they have a lot of history together.
Yeah.
So it's so it makes sense that they got to try to help him. And then Hangman, he wrapped some barbed wire around his hand and he hit Moxley and he started gushing.
Bro, he was split.
Yeah.
He was split.
Crazy.
Granted, Mox splits constantly.
Oh, he's always bleeding.
But he was, phew.
He was bleeding.
He had to had to close his eye because blood was in his eye so bad.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, he got a good cut. We'll probably do predictions for Revolution next week. They added the Starks and Jericho match, of course, and I think there's like 4 other matches. There's an hour-long Iron Man match, so I can't imagine they would add more.
Yeah, I mean, that's that match right there takes up most of the pay-per-view.
But AEW, they only run 5 shows a year, I think, or 4. So whenever they do the events, they do like a 5, 6 hour event.
Yeah. Do they run like AEW like dark? Like they still do that?
They do it like a weekly, yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
So we'll do predictions, next week. All right. So next, we are gonna be looking at some. We have a list of moves, and all these moves have really cool names on them. And the criteria is essentially, doesn't matter what the move is. Some of these moves can be super lame, but they got cool names with them.
It's called the badass name segment.
Essentially. So we're going to do a tier list for this. We got, I think, like 21 or 22
22,
moves.
I think. And if you guys have any like cool move names that we missed out on, feel free to add it in the comments. Let us know if we missed anything. We'll put them in the tier.
Yeah, and just to give an example, we're talking like we got the skull crushing finale. We got a Canadian destroyer in there. We got clothesline from hell. We got a couple other things, and I did leave. Okay, I left some by accident, so I do apologize that we went through the list and then I I left some of these on here anyway, so we're just gonna go through them.
Jobber.
Let's get started. So we got here the first thing we got is gonna be the 3 Amigos.
Okay.
So 3 Amigos, where would you put that on the list?
Shout out to my boy Eddie. It's a hell of a move.
To me,
suplex, pretty cool.
You can. I will put in the good category.
That's where I was going.
Okay,
good,
so
yeah.
I think it's good. It's good. It's a good name. It's kind of like a play on it just 3 Amigos. It's 3 suplexes, 3 Amigos.
Yep.
Next, I think this is a great name. This is one of the best, and as high as you want to put it, I'll give it to you. Is the border toss.
Border toss, LAX.
Yeah, Hernandez.
Yeah, that's gotta be. That's fire.
You think that's fire? Okay,
that's fire. Yeah.
Fire. I'm good with fire. It's hard to get to that goat level, but it's good. Then we got Canadian Destroyer. This one I'm kind of on the fence. Now that I'm looking at it, like, I kind of want to put it like either not good or arguably bad.
Yeah, I mean, I was aiming for like mid to arguably bad. Like
so let's just put it not good.
Let's put it not good.
Yeah,
we'll just go in the middle.
Yeah, that's perfect. Then we got, let's see. This is the Crossroads. So again, like a pun almost. Cody Rhodes
plays on his name. Yeah,
it's like a rolling cutter.
It fits. So the move itself, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go arguably bad.
Arguably bad. You think that the name is arguably bad?
It is. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with that. I mean, I respect it. We got the clothesline from hell. I think this is a great name. But I don't think it like. I would probably leave it at like the mid. I think it's good enough.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know if you disagree or. You think it should be lower or higher?
I was going good mid.
Okay.
Nowhere in between that.
Okay.
So you know what? Let's just put another one in the good category.
Okay. You want to do so clothesline from hell and good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
And now that I'm thinking about it,
we can adjust.
No, so I'm thinking. So we got the 3 Amigos in the good too.
Yeah.
Now that I'm like looking back, man, I'm thinking mid on 3 Amigos.
You want to? Okay, we can move it out.
I am. I really am.
Okay. It's a good name, but I can understand the hesitation. Next, we got the Death Rider. So this is John Moxley's elevated DDT. To me, Death Rider is a great name. Now, I think it's either fire or good, but you can disagree. If you think that it should be mid, we can leave it at good.
Okay.
But
Let's see.
what are your thoughts on
Let's
the
go
Death
good.
Rider?
Let's go good.
You think good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Because you got Death and Hell, clothesline from Hell, and you got Death Rider. So let's
Yeah.
just put them both in good.
I wasn't gonna have this one here, but I guess it stay there so we can put it in arguably bad. Now that we can reevaluate it. Eat the feet. It's a pun. Eat, and then the feet. So losing the feet, and then also it's a foot to your
the face.
Yeah, to the face. So,
yeah, let's put it in. Let's go arguably bad.
Arguably bad. We got the End of Days. Your favorite wrestler's move, the End of Days.
Let's go arguably bad.
You think?
100%.
I think it's a great move, though.
I don't play with bum ass Corbin.
Listen, I think that we put it in not good.
All right.
I still think it's a great name.
Okay.
So, and this is only based on names, okay? This is based strictly on the name. I think it's still a good name, man. So, it's not going to be arguably bad. It's going to be not good. Next, what is this one? I cannot see what that is. Oh, that's, oh, sorry, I went away from the mic. That's the Faith Breaker. So, it's like Michelle McCool's Styles Clash.
Okay.
She hits that thing.
Let's go fire.
You think fire?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Fire, it's a great name. Yeah, I'm good with fire. I agree. It's one of my favorite.
Still
names.
haven't hit the GOAT tier yet, man.
No,
Well,
we'll
then you
get
haven't
there.
make it. We're gonna get it.
We can reevaluate, of course.
Oh yeah.
We got the Famouser. I was really sold on this one, but now I kind of just want to put in arguably bad.
Yeah, that's where I was at. Arguably bad. Yeah, let's just do
Arguably
it.
bad. Let's put the Famouser. And then what do we got here? I believe this is the One Winged Angel. No, wait, that's not true. Oh, I'm sorry. This is I can't see these pictures, man. For the audio listeners, we got the list on the screen and pictures are a little small. We got the God's Last Gift. I think this one's really good. I think it should be on the fire tier.
Fire.
I think it's close to being the GOAT
It's
one.
almost there.
But we'll see where we land with the other ones. We got a great
The
move.
Gore.
Gore is pretty good too.
I just don't know if it's GOAT though.
No,
It's good.
you want to put in? Okay,
It's good.
I'm good with putting in good. I think good to fire, but we'll leave it at good because we got some good stuff in
We
fire.
got some bangers coming up.
The Last Ride.
So all right. If you just look at it as a whole, okay, this is The Undertaker came out with this move when he was a biker
Mm-hmm.
and the American Badass. So it plays in that.
He also plays in like Dead Man and
Exactly.
Last Ride.
So you know what? I'm going to go GOAT.
GOAT?
I'm going to go GOAT, man. It feels right. I mean, it's The Undertaker. He's the GOAT. One of them, at least. There's so many to name, but I mean, it's either fire or GOAT.
Okay, let's put it in fire.
Okay.
And once we'll look at fire, all the fires together, and then we'll maybe get to the GOAT tier.
All right.
The One Winged Angel. So One Winged Angel, it's a great name. I think it's based on a video game, Kenny Omega's move.
Okay.
It's like a electric chair into a some sort of driver, almost like a package.
Yeah.
It's a great name to me. Some people are gonna be mad at me because Kenny Omega has like hardcore fans. I kind of want to put in the mid.
That's where I was aiming for mid. Yep.
It's a great name, but it is kind of cheating because it's based on a video game. Let's see, what do we have here? I'm not remembering what this. Oh, I know what this one is. It's the Shattered Dreams. Shattered Dreams, man.
Based on name, you're kicking somebody in the balls, man. I'm telling you, that's GOAT status name.
You think
right
so?
there, man? That one's amazing.
I'll go.
It
Put it
has
in
to be,
GOAT.
bro. That literally will shatter your dreams.
Shattered Dreams is a fantastic name. Then we got the Stratus faction. Trish Stratus. It's a pun. All the pun ones we've been kind of giving them the arguably bad rating.
Okay. Yeah,
but
let's go for it.
if you
They're
think
a little corny. The name, yeah.
it's a great name,
It's
but
like
yes.
having LeBron James as a wrestler and calling it the The LeBron James.
The LeBron James. This next one I think should be in the GOAT tier.
Go, yeah, Sweet Chin Music.
The Sweet Chin Music, it carries a lot of weight, and it's a great name, Sweet Chin Music. It's a super kick, man.
Yeah, man, perfect. Yeah.
And you know what? Ever since the super, no one has found a better name for a super kick.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's either the Sweet Chin Music from Shawn Michaels, or it's a super kick.
Or it's a super kick.
There's nothing else.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, nobody else.
You know what else we forgot?
What?
The Walls of Jericho.
The Walls of Jericho is great.
That'd be a GOAT one, man.
It's good. It's really good. Then we got a T-bone suplex. Now, T-bone I think is great because it's a steak, and that's a good name.
Yummy.
I don't think it's bad.
Let's go not good.
I'm gonna say not good. Yeah, not good is perfect. Then this one in retrospect, it's the Taskplex, but I think we should do the Task Mission.
Okay.
Do you think we should do Task Mission instead, or are you still stuck on Taskplex?
I'm fine with either one.
Okay, so let's just do Task Mission / Taskplex. I know they're two different moves, but they're the same principle.
So this is another name one.
Yes,
but I think it's better than arguably bad. So
you think not good?
So let's go not good.
Yeah, I think not good is great. And not good is not great, but not good is where it should be. Then we got the Tombstone Pile Driver.
Goat.
You think so?
Oh man,
this is one of the better names.
Yeah.
And it's not on here, but the Skull Crushing finale was supposed to be on here. I don't know why we didn't get a picture of it on here. But if the Skull Crushing finale was here, I would probably put it pretty close to the GOAT status. It's a great name. It's a lame move, but it's a great name.
Yeah.
The Mrs. Finish. And then we got the Twist of Fate. Twist of Fate. I want to put it high up. I wouldn't want to quite put it in fire. I think I will put it in the good tier.
Good. Yeah, good.
And then we got
Van Daminator.
The Van Daminator. I don't know.
So it's another name one. But it's just it feels different.
Yeah.
So you know what? Let's put it in. I
was thinking mid. Okay,
yeah,
mid
we'll go
tier.
mid.
So we got okay. So that's all the pictures that we got right now. In the GOAT status, we got the Shattered Dreams, which is a fantastic name, a fantastic move. We got this Sweet Chin Music, which is there's no argument about this one.
Yeah.
This might be the best name for a move ever. This might be the original name for a move, because I think even Hogan's leg drop didn't even have a name. It was just a leg drop.
Just the leg drop.
And then Tombstone Pile Driver. Tombstone Pile Driver, fantastic name.
Also just plays in with the Undertaker perfectly as well.
And the way it kind of just rolls off the tongue. I don't know. It's just there's something really nice about the Tombstone
Pile
Driver.
Feel, man.
Yeah. Fire, we got the Border Toss, which, if you want to put the Border Toss in the GOAT status,
it's a pretty good name.
It's a really good name.
It really is.
Let's put.
Shout out to the boy Hernandez, man.
Yeah. Where is he at?
Oh man, I actually saw a picture of him, not too long ago.
I saw him wrestling in a singlet. Have you ever seen that? He looks like Kurt Angle.
I feel like that'd make me uncomfortable.
And then the Faith Breaker, we got it on Fire, and I really like the name, but now that I kind of want to put it down to good. And I'm kind of. Yeah, I'll probably put the Faith Breaker down to good, unless you're really fighting for
Works
it.
for me, man.
Then we got God's Last Gift. I think it can stay on Fire.
Yeah.
And then the Last Ride. I think also those are good.
Yeah.
Is there any others that you're like, we got the Close Time from Hell, the Death Rider, Gore, Twist of Fate. We got the Three Amigos, One Winged Angel, Van Daminator, in the mid tier, and then some of the. Should any of the good ones go down to arguably bad, or up to mid?
Let's see.
No, I think. End of Days is a good name.
I think I feel pretty comfortable where it's at right now.
Yeah, I think this is good. So then let's recap. Let's go from bottom. So at the bottom we have arguably bad. We got the Crossroads. We got the Eat Defeat. We got the Famouser, and then we got the Stratisfaction. A lot of these are great names still, but this is just based on reflecting on them. It's like, are these actually good names?
Yeah. They all sound good.
Yeah. And then we got the not good tier. Canadian Destroyer. It's easy to think about the Canadian Destroyer being a cool name because it still sounds pretty cool to me. And then we got the End of Days. We got the T-Bone Suplex, and then we got the Taz Mission / Tazplex. From the boy in Orange and Black, Taz. Shout out to Orange and Black. Then we got in the mid tier, we got the Three Amigos, we got the One Winged Angel, and the Vandaminator.
Yep.
And the good, we got Clothesline from Hell, we got the Death Rider, we got the Gore, Twist of Fate, and then the Faith Breaker.
Yep.
And then in the fire, we got God's Last Gift from Seth Rollins. We got the Last Ride from The Undertaker. And then in the GOAT status.
GOAT.
These are the absolute best moves. But if you disagree, leave us a comment. Send us a tweet. Leave a comment anywhere you want, okay?
Anywhere. Let us know any moves that we missed that we could add to this list, honestly, because we can still play off
we
of this.
could do this forever.
Oh, man, we could do this for a long time. I think this is nice, man.
GOAT status. We got Shattered Dreams.
You don't want to get hit with that either.
No.
Hell no.
That's a great combo of, like, the move. The move itself is... I don't know that... Has it ever won a match? It's awful. Like, it's not a move you want to take.
Oh, man. But, no, it plays perfectly, too, also with the, Gold Dust, man.
Yeah.
Because that's what he,
Shattered Dreams Productions.
Exactly.
Sweet Chin Music. Great reinvention on
we
a
don't even
super
have to
kid.
question that one.
No. Great name, great move. Tombstone Piledriver is just like a fantastic combination of words.
The same category as the Sweet Chin Music, honestly,
Absolutely.
man.
And then we got the Border Toss. That's just a goat move,
It's
man.
just badass.
TNA wins again, man.
Yep.
What can I say? TNA. So that's it for the tier list. And that's about the end of the show. I do got one more thing to show you, which
oh shit.
we're gonna go back to the toad thing. So our boy Zach is the one that showed me this one. I don't think you were paying attention whenever he showed us this. So
Shout out to Zach White.
This is Stone Cold ET. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but I wanted to watch some of it. Especially.
What is this?
Stone Cold ET, man.
Is this really Stone Cold?
This is Stone Cold ET, man. What can I say? We need to get to the part where like he orders 2 burgers. He gets to the window, and then he starts cutting the craziest promo ever. But let me. Yeah, so this person that came out had no idea what was about to come.
This is Stone Cold ET, and I want to order a couple cheeseburgers, and that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold ET.
He just cuts it right off.
White Castle, order a couple cheeseburgers to fill me up before I whoop some ass. Give me a hell yeah if you're down with Stone Cold ET. Oh, hell yeah! Cause Stone Cold ET likes whooping ass. When Stone Cold ET rides a bicycle, I ride it long, I ride it hard, just like the Texas rattlesnake.
He's just going off, man.
Bro.
McMahon's ass. Give me a, oh, hell yeah. What'd you say, ET? What? What'd you say, ET? What? I said I want to order 2 cheeseburgers, and that's the bottom line.
He is cutting the shit out of this, bro. What? He even hit his own what's.
The funniest thing about this is
that lady, come on.
I know. The whole time
Buzzkill.
The whole time they're like, what do you want? And like he clearly said he wanted 2 cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
man. Just give the man.
Give Stone Cold his fucking cheeseburgers.
Stone Cold ET. He's like, that's what he came for. Yeah, man. That's another episode of the Midwest Midcard. In the books.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks
you for listening.
Thanks
for following.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here with us, supporting us. We appreciate all you guys.
Yeah, make sure you share this everywhere. Make sure that if you know somebody that enjoys this, that you tell them about it, and so that we can get spread the word out. And we're trying here to do something. Definitely don't want to be like every single other. There's a lot of wrestling content from people like you and me.
Yeah, man. A lot of good wrestling content out there that other people are pushing too.
Yeah.
But
we're just trying to do something here. So if you know somebody that may enjoy this, make sure you tell them about it.
Like, subscribe, follow, live, laugh, love,
Yeah,
and wrestle.
absolutely. We're
Hell
never
yeah.
gonna use that again.
Hell yeah.
So my name is Carlos. I am Eric Carlos 97 on everything. If you think of a social media, I'm probably on there. Where can they find you?
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok,
LinkedIn.
link.
I'm just kidding.
I don't have LinkedIn.
You should.
Yeah. It's Brennan here. Follow me. Grown ass baby 26.
Yeah.
You know, I
Don't forget
push
the
some good
branding.
content.
Yeah, follow us. Follow the Twitter. We're trying to push some stuff out there. It's hard to live tweet. You know, a lot of people live tweet. Sometimes I just want to enjoy the show. You know, but follow us on everything. We're on there. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe on the Spotify. Listen on every platform.
Oh yeah, Apple Music Pro too.
Apple
right?
Music,
Yeah, let's go.
Amazon Music if you listen there. I don't know that anyone listens on there. If you listen on Amazon Music, then
just
let me know.
Just give us a listen.
Yeah.
Just support us.
There's no excuse not to listen to this or watch this on the YouTube. You know?
You heard it here.
Yeah.
Fucking watch us.
Yeah.
Fucking listen.
Listen.
Fucking subscribe. Fucking love.
Get the word out there. So thank you for another great week, and
See you next week.
we're out of here.